Alright, so this video will be over chapter 3.4, multiplications of whole numbers. And one way that we can multiply whole numbers is by creating an area model. So an area model is exactly what it sounds like. We're going to be transforming the numbers that we're multiplying into a sort of area. So area is equal to the length times the width. And this is usually used to find the area of a square or a rectangle. But this way, we're going to be using it to help us find out the answer to our multiplication problems. So let's start out simple. Let's start with a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number. You can choose which side to put the numbers on. I like to put the larger number on the top and the smaller number on the side. So right now I'm creating my box. So you can see the length would be here and the width could be here. So I'm gonna have my 2-digit number on the top, so I'm gonna split it up because I'm gonna have both my digits. And then on the side, I'm gonna have a 1-digit number. So my problem is going to be 16 times 4. So I'm gonna place the 4 on this side. 4 is a 1-digit number. Therefore, it only needs one box on the side. So 16 has 2 digits, so I'm going to put the first digit over here, which is a 1, and it is not just 1, it is actually going to be 10. Remember, because it is in the tens place, excuse me. And then 6 over here is in our ones place. So we're going to place it over here. Now, something I like to do just to kind of keep it in my mental head is to put a plus sign between the digits that you broke up. This will help you remember at the end that you still need to add both of the partial sums, which are going to end up in these two boxes right here, together to find my final solution, which is 16 times 4. Alright, so this is meant to kind of break the problem up to make it a little bit easier for you when you're doing multiplication. So firstly, we have 10 times 4. You can kind of see when they intersect at this box that this is the multiplication between these two numbers. So 10 times 4, I have right here, equals what? Well, I know that 1 times 4 equals 4. And now we're just adding another place value with the 10. So this becomes 10 times 4 equals 40. And now since this is the partial sum for this box, we're going to go ahead and place it inside here. Now we're not done with the problem yet. We still have one box to fill. So I have my problem 4 times 6. So if I wanted, I could repeatedly add 6 and 4 together, but I'm not going to do that in this situation. Or 6 4 times, so 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, or I could do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Sorry, I ran out of room on that side. 6 different times. And these would both give me the same results, but I'm going to add these two, so this is going to be 12, and this is 12. So I know that these two numbers added together is going to be 24. Alright, so I have two partial products, and that's very important to keep that clear, is these are not answers individually. We are still trying to find the solution to this problem right here. So we're going to add the two numbers together, because we know multiplication is an add-on of addition. So I have my number 24 plus 40, and it doesn't matter which way you add these, this is just the easiest way for me. So in my first digits, I have 4 plus 0, and I know that any number plus 0 is that number. So that's 4. And then I have 2 plus 4, which is 6. So the answer to my problem, 16 times 4, is going to be 64 right here. Now there are many different ways that you can do that. This is just the area model. So I want to show you a couple more times just the area model in different forms. Let's try the area model with a 2-digit by a 2-digit number. Alright, so if I have, and sorry my box are not perfect, I'm going to get 4 by 4 because I have 2 digits by 2 digits. So you can see this multiplication problem, 2 times 2, is here. So basically the number of digits for the first number and the number of digits for the second number. Okay? So my problem is going to be 25 by 84. All right. So again, you can choose whatever numbers you want to place on top, but I'm going to, in this problem, choose 25 to go on the top. And remember, 2 is not the actual digit. It's going to be, 2 is in the tens place, so we know that 2 actually represents 20. And then in our ones place, we have a 5. So 5. But remember that these two numbers, 20 and 5, are just parts of this number here that we're trying to figure out times 84. So we're going to add those together, and that creates the whole number 25. Now on the other side of our problem, we have 84. 84 is divided, we have ones place and a tens place. So again, we want to place our tens place in the 10 spot, so we're going to place it up here. If I wanted to put my one spot in here, that's perfectly fine as long as both values are represented. So I have 80 for my tens because we know that this 8 represents 8 tens, not just an 8. And then 4 ones. And I can put my little addition sign knowing that these are partial products on the side as well. So now we get to the fun part where we're going to be multiplying these two pieces. And since we do have a 2 by 2 problem, we have to find the solution for each of these boxes. So first we're going to multiply 20 times 80. Now I know, and 2 times 8 is 16. And we know that both of these numbers are just adding a place value to the end. So what I can do is add 20 times 8 equals 160. Now add a 0 to the 8 as well. 20 times 80 equals 1600. So we're going to place that value in my box. Next, you can move down or you can move across. It doesn't matter which boxes you fill in first. I didn't have to start here. I could have started here if I wanted to. Next, we're going to multiply 80 times 5. 8 times 5 is a smaller place value of the 8 equals 40. So I know that when I add a 0 to my 8, it's going to become 400. And we place that partial product back into our problem. So we're going to move down here. We have 20 times 4, or a smaller digit for this could be 2 times 4. It's 8. So add a 0 to the 2, and we get 80. And we're going to plug this partial product back into our area model. Lastly, we have one more box to fill. We have 5 times 4. And again, if we wanted to repeatedly add 5 to itself, or 4, we could do that. We're just trying to make it a little easier on ourselves. So 5 times 4 is going to be 20. And remember that these are all partial products. Our area model is not complete yet. So we're going to lastly add all of our partial products together to see if we can get one final answer to the problem, 25 times 84. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my marker for this so you can kind of see. Our first number is 1600. And place value is very important when you're adding, so you want to make sure you line up all of your digits. Now you could do this across first for 1600 plus 400 and write the sum out to the side. You could do 80 plus 20 out to the side, diagonals, as long as you use all 4 of these numbers to create your final multiplication fact of this one. Okay, so I have 1600 and I'm just going to put 400 with it. All right, so all my zeros and place values are lined up. So 0 plus 0 is 0. Again, 0 plus 0, place value down. Now we have 6 plus 4 is 10. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have 2,000. So this is our first partial product. So we use these two partial products to create a larger partial product. So we still have 2 left. So we have 80 and 20. So we're going to bring our 0 down. And then I have 8 plus 2, which I know is 10. So now these two are still partial products. So we originally had 4 partial products, and now we have 2. So we still need to add those together, and that comes out to 2,100, which is our final answer to the problem, 25 times 84. All right, hope this helped.